Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Anggi Pertiwi. In this video, I will present about speech community. There are several outlines that I will mention first. Introduction. The second is theoretical background. The third is analysis. And the last is conclusion. Speech communities are fundamental in sociolinguistics as they represent group of people who share common linguistic norms and practices. These communities are not only defined by the languages or dialects spoken, but also by set social norms, culture values, and interactional patterns. The study of speech communities is significant because it highlights the relationship between language and the society, revealing how language reflects social identity, culture diversity, and power dynamics. Understanding speech communities helps sociolinguistics explore language variation, change, and the role of social factors in shaping communication. Next is theoretical background. Speech communities are defined by the interaction of language and social norms. Members of these communities share linguistic roles and social behaviors that govern how they interact. These norms are not only about language use but also reflects the culture, values, and social expectation within the community, shaping both communication and group dynamics. Social identity is a key aspect of a speech communities. Language serves as a marking of belonging, signaling a person affiliation with a specific group based on region, ethnicity, or class. For instance, the use of particular dialects, slang, or pronunciation style can immediately associate someone with a distinct community. This highlights how speech communication shapes both individual and collective identities. Power dynamics are another critical feature of speech communities. The use of formal or informal language often reflects status and relationship within a community. For example, addressing someone by their title rather than their first name shows differences and acknowledges authority. This dynamic underscores that role of language is maintaining social hierarchy and saving interpersonal relationship. The first is Hockett, 1958, defined a speech community by linguistic uniqueness, implying all speakers of a language form one community, regardless of national. This raises questions about Denmark and Sweden, where different language question with mutual understanding, suggesting the understanding alone may not suffice to define as speech communities. And the second is Gampers, and 1968. A speech community is defined by interaction within the group, whether monolingual or multilingual. For instance, High German speaker and behaviors belonging to the same German speech community due to their frequent interaction despite behaviors using a dialect closer to Austrian German. This perspective raises important linguistic questions. And the last is Begin et al. 1997 is prioritizing linguistic factors over social characteristics in defining a speech community is inadequate. They emphasize that individual interaction within structured groups and social factors should be the primary determinant. For example, Belgium and Canada, with their diverse linguistic population, do not form single speech communities despite their state boundaries. The next is analysis. The first is culture norms and social class. Language reflects culture norms and social class within speech communities. In what a girl wants, British aristocrats use formal and sophisticated language to reinforce their high social status. For instance, the phrase, "I hope your sleeping arrangements are conducive to a good night's rest," highlight how linguistic choices signify our class identity and adherences to societal norms. These norms extend beyond communication, serving to mention societal structure and exclusivity. By using a refined language, members of high society distinguish themselves from others, ensuring that their cultural identity remains instant. This aligns with Gampert's theory, which emphasized the role of shared linguistic norms in defining speech communities. The portrayal of class distinction through language in the movie illustrates how speech communities act as both inclusive and exclusive entities. While they unite members to shared norms, they also create barriers for outsiders, demonstrating the dual role of language as a tool for both connection and separation. The second is regional variation. Regional variation in language are a key features of speech communities. In the film, the differences between British and American English highlight the impact of geographical and cultural context on linguistic practices. For example, British characters pronunciation water as water, while Americans say is water. Reflecting distinct regional identities, vocabulary differences also emphasize regional variation, words like Low British and Bathroom American. So how linguistic diversity develops within different culture settings, even when speakers share a common language base. These differences reinforce group identity and regional pride. Such regional distinction underscore the dynamic nature of speech communities. Language involves the reflect the historical, culture, and societal influences of its speaker, making regional variation as an essential aspect of sociolinguistic analysis. These differences help define boundaries within the between communities. And the third is social integration and identity. Language play a critical role in social integration and identity within speech communities. In What a Girl Wants, defense struggle to fit into British high societal showcases how linguistic norm influences social acceptance. Her initial attempts to adopt highlight the importance of mastering the community's linguistic and social practices. However, defense realization, I miss being me, reflects the tension between personal identity and communal expectation. This struggle illustrates how joining a speech community often requires individuals to conform linguistically, sometimes at the expense of their authentic self. Through defense expressions, the film highlights the dual role of language in shaping identity. While it can foster belonging and social acceptance, it also raises questions about authenticity and individuality, making speech communities both supportive and restrictive environment for personal expression. The next analysis is for dynamics and speech etiquettes. Levine's initial permanent addresses Mr. Dashwood before being allowed to use Henry reflects the influence of power and etiquette in shaping linguistic behavior. These examples align with Gampert's theory that shared norms dictate interaction patterns within a community. And the five is impact of shared appropriateness. British high society imposes strict norms such as the coming out party, where language and behavior are central to maintaining social boundaries. This aligns with Haim's focus on communicative competence as a critical elements in belonging to a speech community. Power dynamics and shared appropriateness. Power dynamics are evidence in how language reflects relationship with its speech communities. In the film, defined initially addresses Mr. Dashwood formally before transitioning to calling him Henry. Significantly, shift in the relationship. This change illustration how linguistic etiquette conveys respect, intimacy, or hierarchy. Formal language in high society serves as a marker of power and authority. For example, using details of formal greetings reinforces social boundaries, ensuring that the power structure remaining intact. This aligns with sociolinguistic theories that emphasize the role of a language in maintaining social norms. The concept of shared appropriateness is also evident in the rigid behavioral and linguistic norms of even like the coming out party. These norms action as gatekeepers, ensuring that only those who conform are considered part of the community. This reflects Haim's idea of communicative competence, where mastering the community's language and behavior is essential for inclusion. And the next is conclusion. Speech communities highlight the strong connection between language, culture, and society. They are shaped by shared norms, values, and interaction rather than just the language spoken. Theories from Hockett, Gompers, and Begiani so that both social and linguistic factors are important in defining these communities. The example from What a Girl Wants demonstrate how language reflects class, regional differences, identity, power, and culture norms. Ultimately, understanding speech communities help us see how language influences social relationship, identity, and communication in diverse contexts. Okay, I think that's enough. Sorry if there are words or language that are not good. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.